According to Hindu thought, the universe goes through grand cycles of manifestation and dissolution, not destruction. The universe is not something created out of nothing. Rather, the unmanifest Avyakta Brahman becomes manifest, manifesting itself into infinite shapes and forms. In the Shiva Purana, Rudra Samhita, Shrishti Kanda, the state of dissolution from which the manifestation emerges is described. At the time of Pralaya, the dissolution, when all the moving and stationary objects of the universe are dissolved, everything gets enveloped in darkness without the sun, planets, and the stars. When there is deep darkness, what is mentioned in the Vedas as the existent, the Brahman alone remains. So this is the initial seed state, and this state is incomprehensible to the mind, states the Purana. You cannot express this in words. You cannot express this with any attributes. Even space and time make no sense for this state, because this is beyond all that. Only when it manifests does it cause space and time. So this is beyond space and time. The Purana beautifully describes this state. Nirvikalpam nirarambam, nirmayam nirupadravam, advitiyam anadyantam, abhikasham chidatmakam. It is free from differences. It has no beginning. It is free from illusion and appearances. It has no second. It is non-dual, advitiyam. It has neither beginning or end, anadyanantam. It has no development, and it is in the form of pure consciousness. Now, the Puranas say, this being desired for a second. It wished to create an auspicious form endowed with capabilities, power, and knowledge. This is the Ishvara. This is what we know as a personal God, a force that is responsible for creation, sustenance, and dissolution. This force is the organizer of our karma and the force that can guide us towards liberation. So the Purana states that this original being without a second is the Avyakta Brahman, and its manifest form, the Ishvara form, is Sadashiva. Amurte yat parakyam vaitasya murti Sadashiva. The wise men sing of this as Ishvara. It goes on to say that this Ishvara, this personal God endowed with all these qualities, created Shakti from his own body. This Shiva, the spirit, and Shakti, the creative potency, together then manifest the material universe. The other aspects of Shiva that you see are manifested for what is called the fivefold duties, the fivefold objectives for why the manifestation happens. To take care of each of these duties, there is an aspect of this infinite that is created. So what are these fivefold activities? The first one is Sarga, creation. This is the force termed as Brahma. Sthithi, sustenance. Sustenance, according to the Shiva Purana, is entrusted to Mahavishnu. Samhara, annihilation. This aspect is Rudra. Now, as Rudra, this force is responsible for the destruction of ego, destruction of false knowledge, and destruction of asuric qualities. The fourth is Tirobhava, concealment. It also includes illusion. See, again, there is no creation or destruction of the universe in Hindu thought. This is more of a manifestation and the dissolution. During the time of dissolution, all of the created universe goes back into its seed state. Tirobhava is disappearance, and this aspect of Shiva is Mahesha. Finally, the fifth duty is Anugraha, the grace of liberation. This is the purview of Sadashiva. And this is why many sages say, do not go to Sadashiva for material wealth. Rather, the realization of Shiva is what leads one towards liberation. Again, to recap, Sarga and Sthithi are entrusted to Brahma and Mahavishnu, Samhara to the force of Rudra, and Tirobhava to Mahesha, and Anugraha to Sadashiva. In some traditions, these five aspects are also called as Ishana, revelation, which is Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, concealment, Maheshwara, Aghora, destruction, Rudra, Vamadeva, preservation, Vishnu, Satyojata, creation, Brahma. Only liberation, revealing the truth as Ishana or bestowing Anugraha, is the purview of Shiva. So Shiva is the Nirguna Brahman, the formless infinite. Whenever Sadashiva is represented as a personal god with form, he is eulogized as Shankara, the bestower of bliss. But there is no difference between all the forms of Shiva and Sadashiva. The Purana explicitly states this. A piece of gold turned into an ornament does not cease to be gold. There may be difference in name, but not in material content. So Rudra, and in fact, all aspects of Shiva, are identical to Shiva. The Shiva Purana declares that Shiva is the basic material from which all aspects manifest, even the Shaktis. Before we interpret these 5 aspects as very sectarian divisions, the Shiva Purana states that all these aspects are identical. The Shiva Purana itself states this: Yakaroti trideveshu bheda buddhim naradamaha narakesa vasen nunam yavada chandratarakam. The base person who differentiates the deities of the Trinity stays in Naraka, a state of suffering, for as long as the moon and the stars shine.